You know, the city of Dallas is in very low morale, right? And we have a solution to get the city of Dallas in the state of Texas back in good spirits, and that would be requiring for them to go out and reach out and get this deal done. Myles Garrett back to Dallas. Let's go and start a hashtag trade for Myles, because we heard the news and the storylines this past weekend of Luka going to the Lakers. And I think that the city of Dallas need to be uplifted and have their soul and sinew and all of their passion and good spirits by bringing home Myles Garrett. And he said this is a request for him to be traded from the Cleveland Browns. As a kid dreaming of the NFL, all I focused on was the ultimate goal of winning a Super Bowl, and the goal fuels me today more than ever. My love for the community of Northeast Ohio and the incredible fans base of the Cleveland Browns have made this one of the toughest decisions of my life. Paraphrasing, basically, he wrote a beautiful, beautiful note to request to be traded. Why not? Why not bring him home to Dallas and bring all of that love affair and all of that good energy back here in the state of Texas, because we ultimately need it here. I know, I get it. It's been 30 years, and my Illuminati mindset on all of this stuff in the Bohemian Grove in the Skull and Bones will tell you. Here it is right here. Whoo! Myles Garrett, born in 19 of 95. The last time we did anything was in 19 of 95 season, right? And Myles Garrett, he wears 95. Okay, he's only 29. He'll be 30. It's been 30 years, okay? 30 seasons. Let's bring Myles here, put 9-5 on him, and let's complete the full circle. Come on with it.
Crack your cranium and fertilize your brain.
Come on with it. Come on with it. So with that being said, but all jokes aside, I think that he would bring an impact to this team like no other. He just come off of a Defensive Player of the Year. You can't really think of anybody on that Browns team that was doing anything. And if anything, by bringing Myles Garrett here, it would solidify that this team is at least trying to do something different, out of the norm. We heard Stephen Jones saying that, hey, he's thinking of about free agency and acquisition a whole lot differently. He's looking at the years that they have been inept of winning in the postseason and winning in the a particular way against known teams. Well, go out there and get the best defensive player available. Now, there are some options. We don't have a lot of money. Cowboys Nation, we don't have a lot of coins. We don't. But we got to get crafty in our approach. We need to start restructuring. We need to start looking at contracts and seeing how we can extend and pull. But ultimately, we need to find out who's on this team that's tradable, that you can get something back in return. Those are things that the Cowboys have been and pretty much at the bottom of. We don't trade well. We don't. But this is an opportunity that's right in our faces right here with Myles requesting a trade. And I think that this could be a situation and scenario that can get us over the hump. On top of that, your defense will be solidified. Going into the draft, not on an empty stomach, but on a full stomach, knowing that you already got Myles, knowing that you got Micah Parsons. Maybe Parsons, you talk about, hey, you want to win too? Well, hey, maybe we work out a contract situation that you take less so that Myles can be here. I don't know. I'm not trying to count your money, your points, and all of this stuff of what you're going to get in the future. We ain't trying to count your coins. But if this could be a situation and scenario, a good foundation is with defense. You win games down in the trenches, and having someone that's on that front seven, you know how this goes. This can create other opportunities. So who is on this team that's worthy of a trade piece that we can start conversating with the Browns? Now, we were just on a live feed, and they asked, Law, would you give up your 12th pick, you know what I'm saying, for Myles? And I said, yes. Yes. Because there are things that you have to understand. There's the known and the known unknowns. And, we know of a commodity of what this brother would bring to the table out of Myles Garrett. We don't know. The draft picks are just a big area of the unknown. We don't know how they're going to look like, but we know what Myles looked like, But for an example, would you take the boat or the mystery box? Because we're going to be talking about this all offseason. Come on.
Hold on. You have a choice. You can have the boat or the mystery box.
What, are you crazy? We'll take the boat.
No, not so fast, Lois. A boat's a boat, but the mystery box could be anything. It could even be a boat.
Just take the known commodity and work from there. Cowboy Nation, post me your thoughts, post me your concerns down below. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. Myles to Dallas. Trade for Myles, right? Think of all of the words that y'all can put together. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the Myles to Dallas. Yeah, that will heal the hearts that's been broken this past weekend of Luka to L.A., right? Myles to Dallas. Come on, y'all get it? Come on with it. Peace. We up out.